participate in different fashion shows.
Mm-hmm.
And dance, basically we had participated in like things like Christo Jayanti's competitions, so things like that.
Okay. Do you have idea about that 100% scholarship of Pearl? What is that and how to apply? Any idea?
Yes. So while you are applying for your entrance exam, after you have applied for that, you will get a mail. So make sure you guys are please checking your mails, frequently check your mails, okay? So because you get it over there. So scholarship is basically you have a topic and you have to write an essay. Now there are three types. One person gets 100% scholarship. Then you have a few people who get 75% scholarship, not, yeah, 75%. And there are some who get 50. And
Okay.
then there are other people who get 25. So it's divided into 4 categories. 100 ka 1 ko milta. That's how it is. That's how it works. So you get a topic, you write an essay and you send it. So according to your essay, you're chosen for that.
Yeah.
And you
Okay.
get this notification in your mail either after you apply for the entrance exam or you finish your entrance exam.
Okay.
Before your interview mostly. That's how
Okay.
it's given. So yeah.
Yeah, so knowing more about the up to 100% scholarship in Pearl Academy, if you want, do contact us. We'll help you out with this, Ignite India. And there are the bit link also which you should fill so that we can track in a better way. And Malvika and all, they have applied, so they know last year and all, if like, like how much hassle if somebody applied directly on a website and all. And later for us also doing a follow-up is a big time of job. Well, so we'll take, I mean, you guys have any question for Pearl, you can like obviously can ask in a chat box. Malvika is yours. He'll answer you.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us, Malvika. Just, I mean,
Sir.
we'll wait for the student question. Meanwhile, I would like to welcome Manish sir here. Manish sir, am I audible for you? Manish sir, am I audible?
So before that, I think there are 2 questions. Can I ask, like, can I just answer these questions which they have asked in the chat box?
Well, you can answer it. I think somewhat Manish sir was there in a meeting.
Okay.
I think he is having some other, yeah, he's here in a meeting, but maybe you can take one question meanwhile. Okay.
So,
Yeah,
what are the
after
career
that.
options after fashion communication? Fashion
Yeah.
communication, wide spectrum. It's a very wide spectrum. Okay, you have many opportunities. I think you reach up to a point where you're actually confused what to take. And I think that's very pretty common. So you have visual merchandising. Visual merchandising is a sector where you see how you should have your window displays of a shop, how the shop should be in display, things like that. Window displays are very important for a shop. Okay. Then there's the graphic design part where you have a bit of UI and UX also, which is user interface and user experience playing part. So you can also work as a graphic designer for a lot of companies. I think we've had people work for Accenture and stuff, companies like that. Then we have creative direction. So creative direction is basically where you have magazines. So editorial is also a part of it. So magazines, you can either be a photographer for a magazine if you've taken fashion photography as your career. You can be a writer for magazines. So you can write blogs. You can be a writer for Grazia, things like that. And then you can also become the editor, so the editorial part of it, going through the magazines, what topics should be covered. You can also be a trend analyst and a fashion forecast person where you see what are the trends going to happen. So you can either work for a company or see, okay, this is a particular trend that's coming in. So, I think we should work a collection on it. Things like that. And then you have journalism. You can either fashion journalism, fashion photography is also a very important part. Fashion journalism is basically, it's journalism, but more focused on fashion rather than your what do you say, other news topics, right? So you mainly focus, if you see magazines, or if you see certain things like Bangalore Times or something like that, where you have your celebrity page where you write about outfits and all, that's under fashion journalism. So yeah, those are the. You can also work in films. You can work. You can be a producer. You can work in an advertisement agency. You can be a film director. You can be a creative director, an art director. You can design a set. You can design a set for the movie. So that's also a part.
All right.
I think.
Thank you, Malvika. We'll take more questions after Manish sir added. I told him to join a very quick note. And that's again like, he has joined today. So, well, Manish sir is from LPU. He can talk about better about a study grant which LPU provide. Last year also 100 of the students got this benefit. And the same LPU having this year also. So it just struck my mind. So I thought, okay, I invite him. So in a very short notice, he said, okay, I'll join it. So sir is joining us right now here. So I would like to Manish sir. Hi Manish sir.
Hi Krishna ji, how are you doing?
I am good. I am good. आप कैसे हो sir?
Actually, I'm in a car. Sorry, guys. So let me just brief you about the university and everything.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
my name is Manish Mangla. I'm working as Assistant Director Admissions for lovely professional university. And let me just brief you about the university. We are one of the biggest university in the country. And if you talk about the campus is in 1,600 acres, and we offer almost all the programs. You name the course, and we have it, like everything. I mean, anything. And especially, we are also known for sports facilities. Like, you must have heard of Neeraj Chopra. So he's the alumni of lovely professional university. Like Neeraj Chopra, we have half the national hockey team is from LPU. So we give up to 100% scholarship to these students. Those are from the sports background. Now, if we talk about the design specifically, we offer almost all the programs like fashion design, fashion communication, interior, product, film and production, communication, in communication graphics, multimedia, gaming, and UX UI. And the best part of the university is the fee structure and the infrastructure. The fee structure is very nominal. That is 2,40,000 rupees per semester. That means in totality, it's 9,60,000 for the 4 years. And top of it, we do offer scholarships. It's 40, 30, and 20% scholarship for the complete 4 years with no terms and condition. Now, the criteria is, let's say if you score more than 80% in 12th standard, then you're eligible for 20% flat scholarship for the 4 years. If it is more than 90%, then it is 30%. And if it is more than 95%, then it's 40% for the complete 4 years. Similarly, let's say if you're not able to score more than 80 or 90 or 95% in 12th, then we do have our own exam called LPU Nest, Lovely Professional University National Eligibility and Scholarship Test, wherein we will give you the scholarship accordingly. Again, the same category, 40, 30, 20% as per your merit in the LPU Nest exam. Now, let's say if you're not able to score good in LPU Nest as well as in 12th, then we do accept your Nift, NID, and Uceed score for the scholarship. And we have plenty of equipments and the machinery which is required for this particular program. So that's the best part of the university. We do have 2+2 program specifically for the fashion design, wherein 2 years in LPU and 2 years in international universities. So we have a tie-up with more than 7 universities across the world, wherein you can go there and you can have the international university. And again, the charges are very nominal because we do offer scholarship for the 2 years in LPU. It's going to cost you somewhere around 32 lakh rupees for the complete 4 years, which is again very reasonable. Let's say, because if you apply for a international university directly, it's going to cost you somewhere around 80 to 90 lakh rupees. So I think it's very reasonable. And what else? Now the process is very simple. You need to fill the application form first. Once you're done with the application formalities, then we have a exam scheduled between 25th of January till 10th of February. You need to select the slot in between, and then you can give the exam. Uh, Anything specific, Krishna sir, you want me to address all the
Yeah,
students?
Manish sir, I was discussing about before the NIFT they can write this exam, so kind of they will have exam practice also, and this will be the one of the
Certainly,
options.
because if they fill the form now, they have the opportunity to give the exam before 5th of February. So they can do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That is not a problem, sir.
And the second thing I wanted you to tell about those study grant, like if somebody is not taking admission in LPU, but you
Yes,
have that
it's
study
a
grant of
wonderful
1 lakh.
opportunity for each and every student, whether you're planning to be a part of LPU or not. It doesn't matter. Because let's say if you're applying for LPU NES and you're giving the exam, if you are one of the best 100 students among after LPU NES exam, then there are opportunity to get 1 lakh rupees if you are able to get admission in any of the Nift or NID. That's the study grant. That's just to promote design education in the country. LPU is sponsoring all the top 100 students, whosoever is giving LPU Nest exams.
So you mean, sir, 100 students who will score top 100 rank in LPU next year at the academic year in that means May, June. When the final result actually come for this, Manish sir?
It will be in the month of September. Let me just explain you for all the students once again.
Yeah.
अगर
Yes.
आप एग्जाम देते हो और निफ्ट एनआईडी यूसीड क्लियर कर लेते हो और आपका किसी भी एनआईडी निफ्ट और यूसीड के सेंटर्स में एडमिशन होता है, then you are entitled to get 1 lakh rupees as a study grant from LPU. And
Yes,
we
sir.
will declare the result in the month of September.
Yeah, so that means after the admission in the Nift college and they are in top 100 in LPU also, so they will be.
Yeah, it doesn't matter whether you're taking admission in Nift, in LPU or not. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
I recommend you please try to fill the form and be a part of LPU Nest so that there are chances to get 1 lakh rupees as a study grant to promote design education, just to support you guys.
That's really wonderful. That's one student having here a question, sir. Is that any date after 10th of February also? What is the, sir, is there any other dates?
As of now, the dates has been declared for 25th of January till 10th of February. But yes, we will declare some more dates in the month of April if you're not able to give the exam right now. But as of now, we have the date till 10th of February.
So if somebody is applying right now, they can just fill the form and the date they can select later, or do they have to take the date also, right?
You can select the date according to their convenience. That is not a problem.
Okay.
So we have more than 300 centers across the country for the exam.
Yeah. So it will be the offline exam, or do they have an online exam for this?
It's an online exam, but they need to visit the center nearby.
Okay, nearby center they have to write the exam.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's somebody has mentioned it is a CBT. 1 second, let me read, sir. Is it CBT mode exam? That is the question here.
CBT stand for?
Computer based.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
She said computer based exam.
Yeah,
yes,
most of the questions are MCQ questions, multiple choice options, and one subjective question, wherein we will talk about we will gauge you on the basis of your drawing skills, imagination, and the thought process. So majorly multiple choice questions. Only one subjective question.
Well, Nevi has asked this question, sir, here. How can we fill up the form? Like,
for that, I request you, Krishna sir, to share the link with all the students so that they can fill the form and I can take care of them. Because, if you fill the form directly, it's very hard for me to track each and every student and help them. If you fill the form using Krishna sir's link, then it's easy for me to track each and every student and I can help you with the sample paper and everything.
Sure, sir. And even we promise them to have their studio test and other PI class if required for any exam.
No, we don't believe in studio test and situation test. Reason being, if you are perfect, then we guys are not required for you guys. If you talk about the placements and everything, we are known for the placements as well because more than 2,000 companies visit us every year for the placements, especially for engineering and agriculture program. But yes, we have a wonderful placement for the design programs as well because of the engineering background. And this year, the maximum package for the fashion was 24 lakh rupees, and the median or the average package is 3.75. And similarly, for product design is approximately 28 lakh rupees, and the median is approximately 6 to 7 lakh rupees. For interaction design is approximately 7 to 8 lakh rupees. That's the average package for the students. And because we have a separate placement cell who take care of all the placements and everything. We do have international placements as well, and the campus is located in Fagwara, Punjab, near Jalandhar. And you must have heard of Jalandhar. It's known for hosiery product pan India. So we have a tie-up with all the major brands like Octave and Oswal and everyone for the internships and for the for the practical approach for the students. So especially again, then Jalandhar is known for all the sports products. So we have a tie-up with all the industries, sports industry as well as hosiery industry.
So, sir, one student having me some issue. Satyam, could you please ask your question? Sir, in my application, only the 10th Feb is the date showing. What you wanted to ask, Satyam?
Sir, I am applying for LPU Nest, but in my application form, only the 10th Feb 2023, the date is showing. Another date is not showing.
Not a problem. If you want any specific date, please do let me know, Satyam. I'll help you out in that.
I
That's
want in Jan only.
Jan only. That's not a problem. We can do that for you. You can just separately message me. You can take my number from Krishna sir, and you can just message me. I'll do the needful.
Okay, sir.
Yes,
Why
sir,
don't
thank
you
you.
tell me your number? I will write here in the chat
Guys,
box.
just note down my number. It's 9910
9910
81
81
2424.
2424.
My name is
99
Manish.
yeah 9910812424.
Yes. Just message me, WhatsApp me, and definitely I'll do the needful. So don't worry about it.
Yes. And write the reference
Thank you.
name of mine, Krishna, Ignite India, or Piyush sir. You may mention the Manish sir so that he will aware about like right now you're going directly on a website to check the
Guys, I recommend you to please fill the form using the link which is shared by the Krishna sir. Reason being, if you apply directly, it's gonna cost you somewhere around 1,000 rupees. But if you apply using that particular link, it's gonna cost you 500 rupees. So you can save your 500 bucks as well.
Thank you for giving our students the opportunity, sir. So getting another discount here in LPU form also.
Or otherwise, if you're facing any problem, you can contact me any point of time.
Yeah.
I'm always ready to help you guys.
Yeah. So we have already received the LPU link. We have. We'll share you. You sir will also share you. I'll also share in all the group. And LPU next. Yeah. You complete the form if you face the problem with the forms and dates. So yes, Manish sir, you preferably you message the Manish sir. And obviously he's very active. So once he reply, you can do the further process. So thank you, sir. We'll invite you again for other sessions.
Thank you so much.
For the very quick response.
Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.
I can see you are traveling, but you joined us. It's our pleasure. और सब बढ़िया सर सब ठीक है?
हाँ जी, thank you so much किशन जी, बहुत बढ़िया, बढ़िया.
Okay जी sir, thank you.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us. Well, so dear student, if you have further question, you can ask Piyush sir, you can ask me, Mukesh sir, and we will be going back to the Pearl question with Malvika. Malvika, could you please answer the one more question which is mentioned there?
Yeah, I think I actually took a photo of like the questions that were asked, so that I can just answer every one of them.
Okay.
I think Pranshika asked, apart from the tuition fee, how much monthly expenditure should we expect?
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, it depends on your course. So, like, if you're an interior designer, you're making a lot of models, which means you're gonna prepare a lot of materials like sunboard, T-scale, things like that, which is really specific to it, and everything comes in different variations and prices. For fashion designers, as far as I have seen the people in my batch, they usually do a lot with not proper garments, but like a lot of swatches and a lot of yarns and everything to see how the basic threading and everything works. So that's there. Me as a fashion communication student, usually it's really group work for me. So, but then again, we have things like making a photo book or making a model for like, depending on a project, what it is, So I think it is completely vary. I cannot actually give an approx for that. But I think, let me say for this thing, I think I spend around, let me say approx, like as it's a group project, I spend around like 800 to 900 on per project, which is like the final project. So that's from this thing. Then what is it? What are approx expenditure of a year, including tuition fee? So my tuition fee is for my fashion communication. My tuition fee is around 6 per year, which is 3 per semester. That is what the fees is. I think it reduces when you get the scholarship, because the scholarship is for 4 years, so you have that. And then I think there's an option for merit scholarship, which is based on your grades, your performance, your attendance, and everything in college. So if you have that also, I think there's a chance of you getting that also. FD fashion design is around 4 per semester. Yes. I think this question is really interesting. Why choose a course that won't have a degree in Pearl? As a designer, is having a degree important? I'm not going to answer the second question as a designer is having a degree important, because I feel like everyone's perspective is different on that, honestly. But for me, so as in Pearl, when you have your campus selection, you are going through Pearl. So they're not checking whether you have a degree or not. But for my batch, basically we have done IGNO. So we have taken a different degree. Like I have taken bachelor's of art in English honors, which I'm doing separately so that I have a degree. But in fourth year, you do have an option to actually go abroad, like it's an exchange program. You have 4 universities in UK and 1 university in Australia. So you get a degree from there. That is also an option. So if you're graduating from there, so you get like a diploma certificate from Pearl, you get a degree certificate from the university you've done outside as an exchange student. And then, so you have like 2 certificates. So I am doing IGNU also, which is the distance learning of degree. So I'm doing VA honors. So I'm doing that. So I'll get a certificate of that. In case you feel like you do need a degree in the future, that is also an option. But BCU has it. So if you're going through Pearl, they're not looking because the campus selection people know that how the Pearl works and how the institution is. That's there. Okay, I think I like FC, but confused about in which field I am really interested in. So let me make this really clear. Fashion communication has a lot, very less of design. Okay, as in design, when you're not designing a product, you're not designing a cloth. So if you're very much interested in designing stuff, which is designing products, graphic design, yes, of course, it's there in fashion communication. But if you like designing products like accessories, shoes, any product be, whether it be lifestyle or fashion, then I would suggest do not take fashion communication. But if you want to explore a lot of these things, like FC is like any industry would have a person from fashion communication, because you can go to any industry. You can even go to the IT industry and help them with branding, promotions, and marketing. Okay. You can probably even, I think there are people who work with public affairs ministry, PAC, with like Public Affairs Commission. Also, it's a central government thing, okay? But still, people are working there in the advertisement sector also. So you can work in any sector and you can work in different fields. It is not strictly in, okay, you are only supposed to be in design and fashion. But there's not, so if you do not, like for me personally, trust me, I can't design, okay? I cannot design any products. I cannot draw properly. So I feel FC is really the best for me. And moreover, I love writing and I love creative direction, photography. So that's there. Yeah, I think those are the questions. I think I've answered. If you guys want the 4-year complete fee structure regarding FC, the 4-year complete. So I think, okay, I'm really bad at math, guys. So it is 6 per year. So adding up to that, it is, I think it's around 24. Yeah, it's around 24 for this thing for fashion communication. I think, okay, is it your choice to go to abroad or for further 2-year course, or we have to score some? So it is your choice. You can go for that, but there are few priorities. Like you have a credit space, so there are a lot of credits in Pearl, which can be transferred to universities outside. Okay, you have a credit system which can be transferred. So there are certain things like you need 50% credits. Certain universities, it depends on. So one university has 55% credits, the other university has, and moreover, it depends on your portfolio. How well is your portfolio? Just like you got a selection to this college, that is on the basis. Mostly everyone gets it, because portfolio preparations are done from the very beginning. So once you finish your foundation, every project you do, they keep insisting you do the work for your portfolio. They help you accordingly. So even if you on your own are building your what do you say, your portfolio, the faculty will still help you. So depending on your portfolio and your credits, you'll get selected for that. Choice of graphic design or the options in starting phase. So no. So when you're doing FC, I think the question is do we have to choose graphic design or other options in the starting phase? So once you're starting off, I think you have an option after foundation. You have to change your course in case you want, because some might feel, okay, communication design is not for me, or fashion communication is not for me. You get to know that once you enter the college, so you do have the option to change that. But as a FC student, you do not have to choose your career. Your career path can be chosen after your college is done. You do not have to choose it when you're doing college. Hostel fees, I am honestly not sure. I think it depends on rooms. I'm not staying in hostel. But if you can contact me separately, I can get you the details of that. Bachelor in design fees. Bachelor in design fees is 4 per semester. So that comes to around 8 per year. Yeah, 8 lakhs per year. So 4 years. Because I'm not knowing which course I'm really interested, like styling and UI UX. Okay, so if you like styling and UI UX, you don't necessarily get a combination, but FC does has a really, it's not like a proper that is focusing on styling and UI UX, but it has parts of it. But you can always choose like, okay, if you've done FC, you feel like, acha, I want to do UI UX, you can gradually get into that field. But it is going to be a bit different from what you've done, but you'll have the basic knowledge of both the industries, styling also, because as a photographer and everything, you will be doing your, what do you say, basics and everything. So you will have a knowledge of all the fields that are happening in place. If you want to do UI UX separately, communication design is also an option, guys. Communication design, you have option. You can choose game design, you can choose UI UX, and you can also choose interaction design, which is separate. And then you also have your graphic design separately. So after your first year, you can actually choose which branch of graphic design or communication design you want to go into. I think that there's some people asking for my number, so I'm just gonna put my number over here, guys. You guys can ask me questions over there. I might reply back late because I do not check my WhatsApp, but I will make sure that I do reply to you guys. In the starting is everything taught. The basics of everything is taught, and then gradually it's gotten up. So in foundation, what I learned the basic drawing. I learned the basic of design, the elements, the principles of design, the fundamentals and everything. And then I learned softwares, Photoshop, InDesign, Illustrator, and Premiere Pro. And I've done projects on that also. And these four softwares are really important to me because my course has that. So yes, you do learn the basics of everything. So it is really easy for you to start from your second year. You're not going to have a confusion then, if that clears everything. Okay, I think I've answered everything in the chat box. Is there anything else? And if anything is not clear, please let me know.
You have really explained so well. I was sending you detail to Mr. Lakshmikant also. So in that, how the alumni explaining about Pearl. So it is really very good insight. Being a student, obviously the insight what you get about the college feedback is very different. And I'm happy you're enjoying it. And we'll have a couple of sessions, Malvika. I need your time feedback, so we'll connect you back.
Okay, guys, my number's there. I'm also the student ambassador of the college. So if you guys have any regarding queries of campus tour or anything, you guys can contact me. So I will be there available. So if you guys want anything, the student.
Do a student can get government scholarship? I will tell you in case if you are in Pearl and you are looking for government scholarship, that you have to check with your district. You have to check from there. So what they have a rule and regulation, based on that you get the government scholarship. You don't get government scholarship based on here in the college, or if you are in SC ST category or some scheduled type category, there are many government other plans also for a higher education where government sponsor the fee, but those things we need to check. You need to check as per the scholarship rule of the central scholarship rule, what has been given to you. Now I ask, we obviously plan to keep as per your level, just going through. So what all things you are looking for in colleges, what you are interested in. And so we have discussed about that. They have discussed about Pearl. I invited the Gopalji also. So Gopal sir is from UID. So in brief, because exam is on 29th, 1 week before the NIFT, and I wanted you to write this exam. Again, it's a CBT computer online based exam. So in short, to give us a brief information, because you guys are looking for plan B and that's what we are here. So this session is dedicated for the plan B. So your questions and the other thing we'll take, and we would like to welcome the Gopal sir from UID. It's come under the Karnataka University and as well as Ahmedabad, and now they are in Delhi NCR also. They have a campus. So Gopal sir will give you a bit of insight about the new campus of the UID also, and as well as Ahmedabad, that is the oldest campus. So we would like to welcome you, sir, in a very short notice. Again, you have joined us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Anytime, anything, any day for you. So thank you so much for the introduction. And of course, as Krishna sir has rightly mentioned, we have two campuses as of now. So one is, of course, Ahmedabad, which we had started in the year 2012. And the extended wing, we have just started it in the year 22 itself. And the best thing about both the campuses is that the campuses are huge. So Ahmedabad campus is spread across more than 44 acres, while NCR campus is spread across more than 60 acres. And both the campuses are prime examples of how a campus should be uh, filled with creativity, right? You starting from basic workshop labs to high tech workshop labs. All the workshop labs are more than equipped with all the modern facilities and modern technologies. And in Ahmedabad campus, especially specifically, we have also amalgamated AI technology. Uh, so which means we have a workshop lab which is like robotic with robotic arms feature also. So you can see how we are working on both fronts, like technology working with design, right? So we are at the forefront of it, and you can call it our innovation also, because there are hardly any universities in this era, so would be coming up with such innovations. So UID, and we offer various courses in design. So we have BDES regular course offered in both the campuses, Ahmedabad as well as NCR campus. So the general degree, under general degree, we have touched upon both the aspects of design. That is your tangible aspect as well as the intangible aspect. So when we talk about the tangibility of design, we have to consider your options like, of course, product design. Then we have fashion design. Then we have automobile and transportation design, right? Coming to the very important aspect of design, which is the intangibility factors. So which inculcates all the important aspects of design, like your basic communication design, visual communication, animation and digital media, game design. Then we have under fashion, we have fashion and styling. So you can, and we call it fashion design and styling, because we at UID encourage you to become designer as a package, as a whole package, right? So under fashion, you will have all the options, starting from fashion design, fashion communication, fashion styling, and everything. Okay. And under visual communication, you have graphic design, then animation and digital media, which is all about your 3D motion, 3D game design. Then we have 3D movie making. Then we have stop motion, start motion. So any design in motion is known as animation. So that is what we teach at UID. Plus you have the latest boom that is known as UI UX, right? And talking about placement, so we have top recruiters in the name of Microsoft who have recruited 7 students last to last year with a package of 16 lakhs for UI UX, right? And we have many companies from all over the big industries, and these are tech biggies. Not only tech biggies, automobile, then you have fashion, then you have communication design. So you name it and we have it. So that is about UID BDES general program. Then we offer a parallel course which is known as BDES GDP. Now GDP stands for Global Design Program. So this is for those students who are willing to understand the global insight in design. So it's, as a designer, it's very important for you to differentiate between the consumer behavior, then the buying pattern of the consumers in both the sectors, like your national domestic front, that is India, as well as the global front. And the best thing about GDP program is it's very interdisciplinary, right? So as you will learn this program as a designer, proper designer, so you will learn about all the aspects of design, irrespective of your inclination, right? And under this program, so we will give you the opportunity, and it's a mandatory thing that you'll have to travel to 3 different countries. So third semester, you will be traveling to Australia to pursue your that particular semester from Swinburne University in Australia. Then fifth semester, you'll be going to NABA, Milan, Italy. And similarly, seventh semester, you will be going to Trent University in United Kingdom. Okay, Nottingham Trent in United Kingdom. So another best thing about this program is that not only will you be getting a proper degree from UID, but also along with that you'll also be getting 3 different certificates from these 3 global universities. So which adds a lot of weightage on your CV. So it will give you a major push in terms of your global placements also, along with domestic chances that you will have along the period of your course. So yeah, so these are the options. And of course we have MDes also, masters in design. So we teach the industrial aspects of design. So at this level, we consider the fact that you students as a design students from the design background have basic knowledge about design. Now we'll focus on the industrial aspect. So what exactly the industry demands, so that is where the focus lies. So we have options like industrial design, then we have visual experiential design, then we have interior and experience design. So all the aspects related to industries will be taught at MDes. So if you consider this very carefully and you look at this very carefully, so the design course per se has been packaged such that you will get all the opportunities that are there with you in terms of national as well as global. Even during your particular general BDES program, so you'll be getting certain opportunities to travel for a specific period in terms of exchange program, or also you have live industrial projects outside. So there are ample opportunities. And we are conducting our DAT exam, that is design aptitude test, which is on 29th of January, and it is on online mode, right? So the application link is available with Krishna sir. So you can get the link from Krishna sir. You can fill the application link through Ignite India. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you for your insight. I would like to know, in case if anybody, sir, number, please. Yeah, I will share my number for sure. I get it. If anyone wanted to know more about UID, because I see initially in a chat when I asked, you guys have mentioned that you wanted to know about the UID college, so or LPU or Pearls. That's what I invited the sir here. So you can ask your question right now to Gopal sir, in case if you have anything to ask about the UID and you have applied and you need any information about UID exam. Yeah. So the first question is about fee structure. Student have asked, sir, the fee structure of UID.
Yes.
Global design program, that also please to me directly. Better you write in the chat, common chat. One question is what is the fee structure? Second is Amisa has asked what is the fee structure for the UID global program? These two questions is here, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Yeah. So the fee structure for UID General BDES program, I'll start with the General BDES program. So it's 22 lakhs in Ahmedabad for 4 years, total 4 years, right? So your total 4 years tuition fees will be 22 lakhs. And when it comes to NCR campus, the total course fees for 4 years would be 20 lakhs, right? So that is 5 lakhs per annum. Okay. Yeah. And then coming over to BDES GDP. So BDES GDP is for 32 lakhs and it's a 4 years course. Again, it's a degree honors program only. So it is also 32 lakhs. So that is common, right? 32 lakhs for 4 years. And then coming to master's fees, your master's entire course fees for your 2 year span would be 10 lakhs, 5 lakhs per annum. Okay, guys.
So there is a two question here. One is what is the fee for master student, and global design. Did you explain the global design fee also?
Yes, 32 lakhs for 4 years.
Okay, including all the 3 countries where they have to go, their fee is also added, right?
That fee is added, but the travel, accommodation, the fooding will be separate. So that will be around about 15,000 USD.
Okay. So the separate 15,000 USD. Okay. Now, one student have asked, NB does they offer a scholarship? Is there any scholarship plan?
No, we don't have any scholarship plan as such.
Okay, sir. Then another question is a selection category. Does BDES GDP have a selection category? Parth, could you please tell us your question? What do you want to know? GDP?
Yes, sir. So the GDP program that you talked about, does it have a specific selection criteria for students who wish to apply for it?
So Parth, have you filled up the application form? Did you go through our application form yet?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there you would have got an option like BDES GDP, right?
Sir, I haven't applied yet. One of the outsourcing company has actually apply there in my name. So
Oh, okay, okay. So what happens is, so for BDes, GDP, your BDes and your MDes, the selection pattern is similar. Okay. For BDes, GDP and BDes, the questions will be similar. Okay. And we have a two-tier process, selection process. And this design aptitude test that we are conducting on 29th of Jan is the first tier. Okay, tier 1 process. So once you clear this, so we come to the tier 2 process, and under tier 2 we have two different selection criteria. One is known as studio test. So studio test is nothing but you will be given with certain materials and a brief, and you'll have to create a 3D model out of it. Okay. And your very last round is known as portfolio evaluation. So wherein you are expected to carry your portfolio, and you will be interviewed based on your portfolio. So that is this is the two-tier process that we do, and it's common across, like for MDes also, for BDes GDP also, and for BDes regular also. So we have the same selection criteria. But of course,
yes, sir. So my question was basically after the selection is done, when the student is already enrolled in the university, will he have another like criteria to be selected for the GDP program, or he can directly be?
no. If you would have opted it at the first go itself, then you are completely eligible to sit for this. And let's say if you would have opted for BDes regular general program, and you want to shift to BDes GDP, in that case you have to write us a mail stating your reason to shift, and that will be accommodated. That won't be an issue. But this has to be done before the admission.
So the part what Gopal sir is answering it, in case if you have final admission is done, so then after that you are not you do not require anything else to do for this program. And as per
Exactly.
respective year, second year onwards from Australia, third year, final year, every year one semester you will have this program in a respective college, right, Gopal sir?
Yes, every odd semester from your second year, like third semester, fifth semester, and seventh semester. These three semesters.
And a student will get degree from UID here, and as well as they will get certificate from the respective college, right?
Yes, correct, sir.
Yeah. So this is what it's a really very interesting program. I would like you, Gopal sir, because earlier student have joined, so need your insight about the 5-year integrated course also.
Sir, we have discontinued with that program.
Okay, this year onwards. And the student who have joined the last year and previous year about integrated program,
They are continuing with it. So they are continuing with it. So yeah, they are continuing.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay. And there was a program last year. I've seen your some ad and all that is about design for army. Something you have started. So could you please tell us that program also?
Defense also we have discontinued because of security reasons. So with that, yeah. So we have discontinued it.
Okay, so I need to update myself then. Yeah. So
No
we will
problem.
obviously invite sir again to have a respective lot of information. First, after our
Game and we have introduced game design.
game design has interest. Yeah, that's interesting. So thank you so much for your quick time, Gopal sir, and
Most
obviously connect you again and
sure.
give us opportunity to our student to get all the insight.
Sure.
So yeah, thank you so much. Well, so
hello. Today we have one of our special student who has also cracked the NIFT exam, but still he chose the MIT Pune because he to do animation designs. That thing is not available in NIFT. So welcome you, Arnav. You can unmute yourself and you can just introduce it.
Thank you so much, sir. And I'm actually very privileged, abhi itna samay baad, coming back onto this, platform and seeing, few faces that I know and, a lot of new faces. So, it's a refreshing experience. Yes. So where should I start? NID. So like many of you who will be giving NID now and those who will give. So mera bhi aisa tha, I was someone who was like always split between मुझे fashion में भी interest है, मुझे को animation भी करना है. So there was this common rift में Nift जाऊँ या NID जाऊँ, Nift जाऊँ या NID जाऊँ, okay. And then there was a phase that came that I was too much inclined to more towards fashion. And so I did give Nift, but मैंने actually Nift 2 बार दिया था. So I gave Nift once, and one was a drop year for me. But both times I did not get the campus I was looking for and also the course that I wanted. And during this time, which was more like a hibernation period for me, I was, मतलब मैं बहुत ज़्यादा, research करने लगा. I was exploring more, about myself because in design, basically, हम ये सीख चुके हैं कि, it's more about what works and what does not. So at this point, I realized कि I can't sit in home anymore. ठीक है, मेरे को निफ्ट नहीं मिला, मेरे को दुख उस बात का बहुत था. But then I looked up for and I found MIT and I was like, ये लोग animation दे रहे हैं. As I said, I was interested into animation more. वहाँ पे मेरा shift हो गया. I started drawing more characters and all this. So naturally, I got inclined more towards animation. So I just sat for the exam and I just cracked it. It was like मेरा last resort था. मेरे को ज़्यादा hope नहीं था. I was like कोई बात नहीं. At this point, I thought I'm not very sure. Yeah, I'm not even sure कि MIT हो पाएगा या नहीं. But it just happened, and that's how I'm here. So little bit about how I did it. So in MIT also, they have a very similar process of examining you people. उनका भी एक DAT test होता है and उनका एक interview और उनका एक studio test भी होता है. So it's like a very similar paper. There is some difference, however, because when you crack this round, after that you have your studio test. यहाँ पे studio test is not about just making a model. It थोड़ा सा इनका NID से inspired curriculum hai. So they do take in different modes. They can have you construct models as in situation test. नहीं तो तुम्हें ये एक visual audio round भी हो सकता है. So it can take any form, but in my case, we had to make a model. So, मेरे को studio test का, knowledge helped me there. And then you have your interview round. So in interview, it's like a generic interview. The interviewing wants to know you more. So do your research. That's what I would say. And how MIT is. So, okay, so I would tell you some things about MIT. Fun thing is they value, people doing a lot of self-driven research. Now at this point, आपको ये नहीं है कि, you don't know what to do. It's like they will be there. Mentors are there. वो आपको guide करेंगे. बहुत अच्छे mentors हैं. They are expert at what they are doing. But it's more like you have to go out, you have to explore a lot. So as a student who just finished first semester, I think this is what I realized. It's very self-driven in design. What works and what does not, you need to figure out that. Okay. So welcome to design. Yes, sir. Is there anything you guys would like to know?
एक बच्चे ने मैसेज किया है अर्नव. हाउ आर यू? ऑल डूइंग गुड अर्नव?
Yes, sir. I am like full. अभी एक फर्स्ट टाइम हुआ है, juries just खत्म हुई हैं, तो I have got a fair taste of what design is.
Okay. तो आपकी jury आज ही खत्म हुई है?
नहीं, मेरी jury तो it finished in back in December itself, December 13th. मेरी jury थी.
खत्म हुई थी. Okay. So Ankita has asked the question here. What is a MIT? I mean, MIT ID के बारे में आप थोड़ा डिटेल में बताएंगे?
So MIT actually stands for Maharashtra Institute of Technology. In ये एक collective group of it's a institution जिनके अंदर different colleges आते हैं, and ID, which is Institute of Design, is a part of MIT and goes by the name MIT ID. And in this, it's like they have several other colleges under this, big umbrella. Unka ek, College of Fine Arts hai so far. They have MANET, which is the School of Engineering. They also have a school on, mass communication and journalism. And like that, MIT is one suburb, subsurb of, MIT. And in ID, pretty much they have BDS, and BDS may again, they have a foundation year. And after that, you have 3 verticals. You have your communication design, you have your industrial design, then you have your UI UX, and you have fashion. And fashion like separate school actually that is inside ID, but they have their own building. And in that you have fashion design and fashion communication. In communication design, you have graphic design, you have animation design, you have game design, you have audio and sound design. And in industrial design, you have your transportation design, you have product design, and use UI UX. Mein, one of my least favorites for now, you have user experience and user interface.
और अब बाकी लोगों से आप मिले जो आपके यहाँ हैं अभी अर्नब. There are many students who you are with, like they have also joined the MIT ID along with you, right?
Yeah. इसी बैच से बहुत सारे, मतलब हमारे बैच से बहुत सारे दोस्त हैं. I met Anuja, I met Vartika and all. We actually हम आपके मतलब आपके इंद्रनगर कैंपस में भी आके हमने काम किया है. And so we have them, and again all of them have their own अपना interest in सबका, but foundation year तो सबके लिए common है. And we study together. सारे चीज अच्छे से हो.
Tomorrow also, because I want the student to research today, and tomorrow we'll invite the colleges also. We may invite you tomorrow also.
Yeah, sure.
Some answer, today we'll take your short time. So tomorrow we want you to be there, because I see here one student is asking now fee structure. So if you can tell us detail, or maybe we can discuss tomorrow.
Regarding the fee structure, actually ना थोड़ा बहुत changes इस बार हुआ है. So I might have to they can come get back to me personally. मैं उनको अपना number दे सकता हूँ.
Or what I will do is I will आप दे दो, और दूसरा I will keep a session with sir tomorrow. Tomorrow obviously we'll have more in detail taking out your questions. So we will do it all the session. So I would rather like to have the information in a half day, or maybe individual to have more in a group. So आप mention कर दो, बाकी ये करेंगे. So you are enjoying the MIT ID campus, right?
Yes. It's huge, and there are people with a lot of lot of inspiration and competition. दोनों का it's a full package.
Yeah. So when I have a plan soon to visit your campus, तो मैं जब आता हूँ तो मिलेंगे हम लोग, है ना?
Yes.
Well, so if somebody is
I had a question.
Yeah.
Arnav, I wanted to ask. So I want to get into NIFT, but I want a plan B as well. So is MIT a good plan B? I mean, NIFT is really hard to get in. So in case if I don't get in, is MIT as hard as NIFT, or could it be a safe option?
I see. Okay, so are you talking in terms of fashion? Na? आप fashion design ले रहे हैं, right?
Yes, fashion communication.
Okay, fashion communication. Okay, so I would say it's a fairly good option. But again, I would suggest you could keep it as a plan B. But जहाँ तक मैंने सुना है, and since I have friends in the fashion design department as well as fashion communication, To be very honest, nothing can beat Nift. I mean, it's true. Nift is, a very good, it's a master of what it is. So, but if you are looking for a backup, then fashion communication in MIT is not a bad choice. I can actually, you might have to give me little time. मेरे कुछ friends हैं, they might be able to tell you a bit more, because as I said, fashion का selection process भी in MIT is completely different. उनका paper, उनका एक अपना, once you give that paper and you are an fashion student, you can't change back into any other department. So that's one fixed thing in MIT. You might have to consider that. So, yeah.
And Arnab, one more thing. What about the graphic design course in MIT?
Okay, so about graphic design. So, abhi, as I said, there is a slight change in curriculum, and they have grouped. They have started out with this innovative idea कि हम अपने first semester में, the first year, that is our foundation year में ही, we are going to give the student a taste about what is expected from them in the coming years. So that is the second year, third year. So they have done this, that first sem, the foundation, the entire foundation year, उन्होंने actually उसे 6 months के period में crunch up किया है. So it's like a lot of hectic, a lot of work in the first sem. And then अभी जो second sem हमारा चालू होगा, after this vacation, that is, we will be getting like we'll have this a vertical presentation, and after that it will be more like a diving into and getting to explore that vertical. So as I said, there are 3 verticals, and graphic design in MIT is actually pretty good. I have